Hello, hello people. I am come to say hello, and I'm having a little go at looking at going live from different places. So I don't know how this will work, but I've got a live stream from this is my living room, and I've got a live stream on Instagram, and I've got a live stream on Facebook, and it's all blended into one, but I've got it on one on my camera and one on my laptop, which is quite cool. But hello, hope you've had a lovely day. Going live is a bit new to me, really. I used to do quite a few random live videos where I would make art, and I'd be upstairs in my art studio and I'd be making art and talking at the same time as making art, and I haven't done that for a long time. But on Monday I was talking with people about going live and doing that more, so I did a little live video during the week, and I decided to come on this evening to have a look at some art that I found in my loft from years ago. We are talking from, I'd like to think this is maybe from when I was at school. Or evening from Germany. Hi Sassy, nice to see you join along. And hope you're well. Hope Germany's weather's doing well today as well. So I just think I've not actually looked at this. So I went in my loft a couple of weeks ago at my mum's house and found a whole load of folders, art folders of mine, from when I was at uni, from when I was teaching art, and from when I was at school. And so actually I haven't looked through them, but there's actually 3 folders, one of which I think is more of a teaching folder from when I was an art teacher. The others are more my own personal art. So I'm going to go and grab them and we can see how they are and see what you think of them. So I'm just going to bring this folder through. So this is, who had a folder like this when they were at art college? Who used to have art folders like this? Now, I'm not sure how this will work, because I maybe need to get things out and then put it on the side and have a look and show you what we've got. And I'm not sure whether I'll remember some of these pictures, but it feels like it'd be quite fun. So haha, I think that is from when I was an art teacher. It's an example of sort of a textured piece. It's an art teacher. So what else have we got? We have got, oh my gosh, we've got another piece, another art teachery type piece. We used to do a lot of pieces that where as a teacher you would do that demonstration. So you do a demo of the art that you wanted them to do. And I remember saying, oh my gosh, there's some bits here. I remember saying that it was quite hard when you're an art teacher to do your own art, because every time you had an idea, you would the idea would be lost, I suppose, because you'd end up creating a project out of it. Or like say for a year 8 class, for instance, you walk down the street and you see some nice trees and take some photographs of those trees and of the bark and of the different shapes in the trees, and suddenly it's a project where they might be making something based on that. Or there might be a sixth former that you work with. We've got this. I think that might have been from when I was at college. So I went to Leeds Art College to do the foundation art course, and then I moved up to Scotland. So I live in Leeds, moved up to Scotland to Dundee to do textiles degree. So I've got pictures of maps in here. There's close-up photographs of clay pots. So they might have been a bit more recent. Some patterny things. I feel a bit like it's going to be a bit random. So there is half cut up thing, textured pieces. I have to decide what to do with this. Another textured piece, so I don't know how well you can see this, but just in white. So different shapes, cut up and layered. So you see like that. And then different patterns. And sometimes what I would do is maybe paint over these things. There's some other abstract things. Oh my gosh. The infamous pepper. Hands up who did a pepper for their art college. This, whoa. I think it's that way around. So, oh my gosh. I made this when I was 18. Whoa. I feel so nostalgic. This was a pepper. 2 peppers. Red peppers. Different bits of paint. We've got textures on there. Actually, some of this feels like it's going to fall off. Ooh. Goodness me. Oh, I'm glad I've kept this. So that's from when I was 18 and doing A-level art. Quite like the textures. I'm not sure how I feel about the rest of it. And then we've got, you know what, we're going to be here all night, guys, so because there's loads of this. So this is an abstract piece of art, and my recollection from looking at that is that I'd made a 3D piece of art based on pomegranate seeds, and this 3D piece that was maybe paper mache or using wire or something like that, and then that was a piece of like a drawing from it then painted. So we've got some more peppers, and then that's more peppers. Oh, I quite like that. Sort of a bit of a tanglement, like drawing of some twisted paper. So this sort of tanglement thing going on, this abstract thing. So what I did make when I was in the 6th form is a big chimp. I made this, so when I was in the 6th form I made this chimp out of chicken wire and mod rock, and it's definitely not in this folder, of course, because I think I actually left it at school, but there might be some photographs which could be really cool. So hiya. Let's see. Goodness, right, hang on, we've got a big piece. So I must have enjoyed working big even when I was 18. So let's have a look. Whoa, hang on. So some of this might have been when I was at art college. So this is basically a piece of string tied up in such a way and then drawn big. So that was fun. That's fun. Ah, hang on. We've got, ooh, da, da, da. Did anyone have oh, the picture's sticky. This. I've got a picture and the picture's stuck. So this is how different everything is to sort of now. So this has come apart. So we've got a chimp. So, and this was lino print of a chimp. So there might be some other chimps in here maybe. Ooh, aha. There we go. There we go. Aha, la, la, la. So, yeah. Oh. So, it feels really nice to look at this piece because I remember drawing this with quite a lot of different materials, but dots. And I don't know how well you can see the pen. And that's this tiny little dot that pointillist dot would have taken quite a lot of effort for an 18-year-old me, and actually at 45 I can't imagine having the patience to sit for hours and hours and hours and make something that, choose to make something with that sense of accuracy. And I remember when I was 18 feeling that I wasn't really that good at art. I actually got a grade D for my A level, and I was it was a bit of a quantity rather than quality. I probably had stacks and stacks and stacks of paintings and drawings, and I'm not sure whether my art teacher knew how to mark it, because there's maybe too much and maybe a bit disorganised. But I look back and I think that it was a bit unfair to have given me a D when I look at that. But then not all of it would have been that good, but I don't know. Compared to some other ones. Some other chimps. Oh, see, I remember like being really into animals. I always liked animals, but I remember kind of being really into that sort of thing. What else have we got in here? Ooh, there's some other abstract pieces. What's this one? Another sort of abstract thing. So, I think one of the things about going to college is that it gets you to try different things out. So I had a project that was maybe looking at kind of fat and fat shaming, and like I had tights all wrapped up into bundles and things, and I had balloons all wrapped up and stuff, and I had quite a lot of different projects like that. So random. These all feel quite random. But I'm starting to feel that some of these align with where I am now as well, with some of the sort of more abstract pieces, and some of the things like with this idea of self-expression, whereas others feel a bit like I was maybe following a project and having to, like, doing a project and really working with it and working with it and working with it, and actually I'd maybe go off on tangents. I'd go off on about 10 different tangents and like spend hours and hours and hours making art and making handmade paper. These are. So you kind of like, oh, I've got to organise all the handmade paper into a book. Can you imagine? Can't imagine doing a final project handmade paper samples. I can't imagine putting it all into a book now. I think I would just, but I don't know whether we probably had to keep everything. Well, I've got another book. Ah, ooh. I feel like I've kind of gone to a museum. Final project. Look at how tiny my writing is. Tiny writing. That's just unbelievable. This is weird. This is not so weird, but it's all about using different materials, and that's definitely something that I've carried on with. So I did textiles at college and textiles at uni, and these are latex samples with different bits of fabric and all these sorts of things. And I think in my other folder I've got more of the final pieces from uni, so all like things that are working towards that. But yeah, some of these are a bit gloopy and a bit sort of like there's a certain sense of expression in this, rather than it being about the making process, rather than something that looks perfect. Using wax as well. So I'll see if I can find anything else before I finish. I want to find. Ooh. The reason why it's taking me so long when I look into this is that there's lots of plain paper and bits of board. There's another little chimp. Another chimp. And oh, what we've got here. another cardboard, texture cardboard thing. And oh, we got some pictures of pots, amigos. So these are all pots that I've made. Some of them I might still have, actually. And then, I don't know what else we got. Some inspiration. Oh, this is right. So we've got red blood cells, and then we've got pictures of fibroids. Now this is a bit of a flashback, interesting thing, because if you've been watching my stuff, then you'll know that I have uterine fibroids, and the picture's not very aesthetically pleasing. It's quite disgusting. Trigger warning there. But this is what the pictures look like. Not necessarily what mine look like, because they're all different. But 10 years ago, I had an operation, a myomectomy, to remove fibroids. And 10 years later, well 9 years later, because it happened last year, they've gone back. So I started recently, in the last year or so, making art based on fibroids and based on my experience of having fibroids. And it's really hard to say. Fibroids, it's quite hard to say. And actually, that's been quite cathartic and quite a good way for me to express my emotions about it. And I'd forgotten that 10 years ago, I was in that position as well, where I was finding pictures and probably making some art about it. And I don't know if the art will be in here or... Found some wallpaper. What on earth? I don't know whether I actually did make art about it, but there's some pictures, and some more pictures. So these are going to be used now to make some art. So I've got another couple of folders of my own artwork, and there's one folder that's got things from uni. So I'd be interested to have a look at that. But hi Chloe. So yeah, I think it fits quite well with some of your stuff. I can imagine you quite liking the sort of anatomical drawings, and I don't know how well I'd be able to, or how inspired I'd be able to be feeling to draw them really, really accurately like I did with the chimps. But drawing them in a bit of an embodied way feels a bit better. But yeah, I've been okay, Chloe. So thanks for asking. So and how are you? So, and I suppose, like, when we say okay, that can mean a multitude of things. Because okay for me is being able, you know, not being passed out on the sofa and being able to get to work and things like that. But actually, my health's not kind of at an optimum state. And, like, I've put lots of weight on. I've not been able to